Hi. The main reason for me wanting to make this video is that with the symptoms of a spiritual awakening, they can go on for years and years for some, and others can go through this process extremely quickly. We're all a little bit different, and we've all come into this world at different stages of our spiritual evolution, so to speak. So no two stories or experiences are going to be alike, of course. There are some very common things that we can talk about today, and there are some things that you may find a little bit disturbing, things that have been happening to you, or things you've heard about that you don't want to happen to you. So hopefully I can put your mind at ease a little bit there as well. So there's several steps. I'll be as brief as I can, and please let me know if you'd like more information on any of these points, and I'd be happy to do a video response for you. I do have a lot of first-hand experience with all of the points I'm raising, so I'm going to give you accuracy from my perspective, and also based on a little bit of the research and a whole lot of reading I've been doing over the years, as this has completely intrigued me for the last 10 years, and I've been moving through this process myself, and it seems to come in spurts and start and stop. So I guess with me it's taking a long time, or I just my journey is not about to end, I don't think. Okay, so what is spiritual awakening? Well, essentially it is the realization of who we really are, who our soul is. And this is very interesting because when you wake up one day and realize a whole new level of your existence doesn't matter anymore as such as it used to, there's a lot to come to terms with, and you have to ground yourself in a very different way. You may feel that your name isn't yours, it's not right. You may feel where you live is not right. You may feel that your family and your best friends don't understand you, and you're not connected to them how you used to be, and that can be very off-putting. It is all temporary, some of this is, and you move through it, or you change and evolve so that you can adapt, and the people you love around you adapt as well. Once you've experienced a spiritual awakening, or part of or in the process of it, you will suddenly realize that you've been in a slumber all your life. Everything will hit you quite differently. Everything is going to change for you. Your sleeping patterns, your diet, your energy levels, your perception of the world, your opinions politically and about other people, the environment, different country policies, spirituality, religion, everything will be turned on its head. You may grow a new interest in your own personal development and education. You may suddenly really adore people that you hadn't noticed before, and some people that you used to spend a lot of time around may bore you, or you just won't feel connected, or like they don't understand anything that you're seeing. And this is a little bit off-putting but common, and you move through it and it gets easier, so don't worry about it too much. You will find that you may go through a phase of great sadness and a lot of crying for nothing as well. It's actually not for nothing. There's a lot of release as your heart chakra opens up a little bit. You may feel that you're extremely sensitive to things. You might find you're crying at that Kleenex ad on TV, but we'll get to that a bit later as one of the points. You may feel that nobody understands you, even your best friend or your parents or your brother or sister, and people that you've spent your whole life with may suddenly feel a little strange to you on a spiritual connection level. again, as you realign and find your feet, you'll find your new position with these people within these relationships, and everything will be okay and even better than before. You may feel that you're drifting away from things that you love, including the people, as I just mentioned, but also your work and your hobbies. You may feel less interested in those and feeling like you need a big change or you need to travel. This is all natural, and you really need to follow your heart. But you need to not go too quickly. Things will push forward faster than ever. You'll be swept up in the tide with many things, and that's great and that's fun, but you have to keep, an open heart and open mind, but you need to also have your eyes open as well. Okay, so the first point is about our sleep. You may find that your sleep becomes restless. You might feel disturbed in the night. You may wake up frequently. You may sleep very deeply and have crazy dreams. You may have dreams that seem to be either full of messages, like you're being taught things or shown things by someone that seems to continually visit you in your dreams, or you may have very disturbing dreams that include combat or war, be set in another time, another place, another planet. You might be running for your life, just being chased. There may be beasts, there may be combat. Be prepared. These are memories, they are feelings that you are needing to clear from this lifetime or past. Just as a side note, any emotional release and fears that we're releasing now and blocks are not just from this lifetime. We go way back. Now is the grand cleanup. So you may not understand much of what's going on and what you're remembering or experiencing in your dreams. And you may find a bit of solace having a session with someone doing some past life regression, which can be really healing and very interesting and help you have a much greater insight into yourself and who you are and where you've come from, especially with people from your soul pod as well. If there's continuing issues with certain people, usually looking back into the past quite deeply can shed a new light on that sort of thing. Okay, symptom number 2. Now, this is all about your crown chakra. Here, basically, when your crown chakra opens up, it is a doorway as such for the divine energy to enter your body and for you to allow energy to come out. This is like your portal. In energy healing work, you learn to rise up out of your own crown chakra and project yourself wherever you need to go, and also in some shamanic practice as well. So when your crown chakra opens up, you will get a real physical feeling of this happening. You may get a pulling feeling, very subtle pulling feeling here, and strange headaches. You may feel a pressure change around your head or buzzing vibration around your head. You may get ringing in your ears as well. Just, it all seems to come together, and you need to not worry and understand that divine energy is flowing in. And the more your crown chakra opens, I feel it's more like the more your third eye opens. You'll see more, you'll be more conscious of things, aware of things. Your sensibilities to things are going to become more alert. So it is really like the front door to your soul at the moment. We want it wide open. So plenty of this can happen as quickly as possible and as smoothly as possible for you. The third symptom is the release of blocked emotions. This is about your heart chakra now rather than your crown chakra. This is about crying, basically, more so than anger, a lot of crying, I recall anyway. You may get sudden, strong urges to weep. There is so much coming out of you now. The floodgates are open. There is hurt you've buried for, as I mentioned before, potentially lifetimes of lost love, lost children, deep failure, things that you just could never accept. So there is a lot of raw sadness, but now at this time when it's out, you have to let it go, acknowledge that it was there and now it is gone. And if you just continually do this, you're going to feel lighter and lighter and freer. You've got to understand that the healer needs to heal before they can do too much work on other people. Then I don't think a human is ever completely healed. Life is too tough for that. But there is a whole lot of baggage we certainly do not need from this life and existences beyond this. Time to go, lighten up the load and get rid of it. So don't be hard on yourself and don't be worried you're crying all the time and upset. Now when I say that you'll be feeling sad and crying, it's not a depression or anything like that. That's different, and that you should seek help about that. This is just, you know, when you're crying and someone says, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And you're like, I'm okay. You know you're actually okay, but you just had to let something out. This is how this will feel. You might bawl your eyes out for 20 minutes walking on the beach one day and get back in the car and you're okay. It's just how it is, and this may go on for weeks on end, or just a few days. Depends on your baggage. You can also, if you're finding things a bit too hard to handle, your guides are with you, and you can sit and connect with them and ask for this to be slowed down or stopped or paused for now. I know this works because I've done it. I had personally a lot happened to me very quickly when I was quite young, and I was at a real growth stage in my career, and I wasn't interested in my spirituality, and it all seemed a bit out of whack, and I became frightened and scared. I became scared of the dark because at night I would be seeing all these things and things flying in and out of windows, and I was being given all this information, and I wasn't ready. My physical self wasn't ready for what my spiritual self wanted to do. So I asked for them to wait and just slow down, and they did. And you know, nothing else happened for about 5 or 8 years, and that was probably perfect now in hindsight. But really, you are still in control of this process. You a long time ago agreed for this process to happen, and what's coming up for you now spiritually is you're remembering who you are. You're being shown things to remember. You are very knowledgeable already. You are a light worker and you've signed up for this, but maybe you didn't bargain for everything that's happening to you in your life, and you may just need to go easy. That's okay.